Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday. The past week has been a lot of work that was either directly or indirectly related to Extra Life, leading up to tonight, which was the Extra Life 2018 test stream. And in order to make it official, we had Dan here too.
Hi.
It was important for Dan to be here because Dan's going to actually be here, and we went through the entire process of how it's going to run, and I'd say it went pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, things went well. Things didn't explode. There's a few little things, little quirks that we learned about, while doing it. There's a weird static that I can't figure out what's going on. It's coming from either the GameCube's HDMI adapter or the Elgato or the FrameMeister, but whatever. And that's our setup out of the GameCube from HDMI to the FrameMeister to the Elgato and then to the TV. But we're doing it on the PC. As much as I've enjoyed doing streaming on the Mac, I'm still not positive enough that it would be okay for that long. So I'm like, no, I don't want to risk it. Let's just do it on the PC. And also the PC is more powerful than the Mac. So yeah, we're just keeping it on the computer. But Dan's got things set up, and this setup may change a little bit because we're waiting to use the camera that Mao is using to paint.
Almost done.
When she's done, we can actually put that camera in here and things will change a little bit. But since she hasn't, finished it yet, we had to use different equipment tonight. We may end up using this, I don't know. But yeah, this might be slightly different. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And the test went well. I don't know how many people were watching. Far too many for what this was, but I appreciate the fact that they stuck with us through testing stuff. I'm just glad that things are mostly functional. Mostly. And I'm excited!
Yeah, we actually read our first donation tonight.
Yeah, there was a $400 donation, Mal.
I heard.
Yeah.
I had it going.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, do you know what game it was for?
Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan.
I mean, it's not guaranteed
Yeah,
yet
Dan.
that it's going to be...
Totally
It's not guaranteed that it's going to be our first game, but with the donations it already has and the rallying support behind it, I would be very surprised if we didn't play it. And we may play it first. We'll see what happens. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to have to talk with Chaz and make sure that we got all the donations up to this point in there and everything's good on his end. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm always nervous every year about the event because it's so much to do and it's such a big event, but it gets bigger every year, so every year it's even more frightening. But it's gonna go great. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a ton of fun. You just have to make sure that you get lots of rest.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry, I was yawning a lot earlier. So.
I just meant in general, but yeah, when Dan came over, he yawned like 10 times in 1 minute. And I was concerned.
I fell asleep on the beanbag.
Yeah.
But
as long as you get sleep,
yeah, I'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It's just a 20-hour stream. It's fine.
It'll go by faster than you think.
It really does.
And then it gets to be like 5 a.m. and then...
Yeah. It'll be over before you know it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I wasn't sure how long we had test streamed for, but I had looked at the thing and it was like, oh, it's almost 2 o'clock.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly how long we
or
streamed
1 o'clock,
for,
yeah.
but a while, 90 minutes or 2 hours, and it felt like a few minutes. So yeah, things are going to go good. I'm hopeful. I've been sitting here taking care of a few other things, and it occurred to me, it is also November, which means a myriad of other things, but we'll start by saying thank you and shout out to all of our Patreon producers. Their names are scrolling along the bottom of the screen now. If you are interested in learning more about Patreon, how you can support Mal, myself, and the perks come along with that, there is a link on screen on one of the sides, and also in the description. Also, thank you to everyone who supports us on Patreon. They make a whole lot of things possible for all the channels. It is November, and generally every single month I say something like, man, I can't believe it's this month. So I'll spare you, but just know that I'm thinking it real hard. I seriously can't believe that we're already I mean, this is the end, man. I'll probably say that even more when it's December next month. But like, this is wild. Like, we're at the very, very end of the year. Anyway, after Dan left, I spent just some time taking care of a few last minute things because I'm trying to make sure that the channels are all set. But then also, I started making just a little to-do list of some things I hadn't thought of or things I knew that I hadn't taken care of yet. Like, one of the things is that, I got to make sure the Twitch channel itself is all set and it has the relevant information and stuff. And I've got to be in contact and touch base with the mods that are going to be moderating the stream, because we're going to have, some folks of ours there. Like, we're going to have, Chaz and Thomas, and Dan will be sitting here. So we'll be able to do stuff, but obviously having a team of moderators is extremely helpful, and the mods that we've had for Breakfast Stream are phenomenal. So, we have to make sure that we are in communication with them. And there's a bunch of other little things that I thought of, like setting it up in such a way where Dan could monitor audio, because the sad reality is you can set the levels for a game, but switching the games, it could be something completely different. Games are mixed at wildly different audio levels. That's been going on forever. There are some games you put them in and you got to turn the volume down or you got to turn the volume up. GameCube is the exact same way. So just having it set up where he could plug in headphones and just listen to how everything sounds together, so he could make that adjustment. It's something that would be very easy that he'd have to do at the beginning of a game that he could do. So I just thought of these little things, and I've written them down. And I guess the worst part is that the list has gotten a little bit longer than I thought it would, and there's quite a few things to do tomorrow. Because not only, I said that we were waiting on Mal to finish her painting in order to, use the camera in here and also the microphone, because the microphone hooks into the camera. The other thing is that we have to do mail, and we are doing mail, I guess, tomorrow, because mail is where the final few GameCube games are. Now, at this point, we've more or less announced that we have all the GameCube games because we've had so much feedback and stuff from people online letting us know that they were sending the games, that I do believe that we seriously have all the GameCube games. It's just they're not on the shelf. Some of them are still in boxes, so that's why it's very imperative that Mal finishes the painting tonight, or at least tomorrow, shortly tomorrow, and we do the mail video so we can open the games, so we can put them in here, and then also just take a look at them, making sure that they are okay in case there is a possibility that they would need resurfaced or something. We could go to Player's Choice and do that. The other thing, and I've talked about this, if you were here for the test stream, you'll know that I was really upset about this. I can't find my big GameCube memory card. When they first released, they had these are the memory card 59s. They're gray and they have 59 blocks, but they also made a memory card 251. They're black and they have 251 blocks, which is, what is that, almost 5 times the space and the same form factor. And I have one, and I don't know where it is. And I know that I had to have lost it whenever we evacuated for the hurricane, because we tore down so much stuff and moved some stuff around frantically. And it's bugging me because I've actually found a pile of memory card 59s. I can't find the one memory card 251 that I own, so fun. So I may call Player's Choice tomorrow and see if they have one, and then just go pick it up, just so I have that on hand. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited for Saturday. I'm gonna try and get a good amount of sleep tonight and a good amount of sleep Friday, and just make this the best event that we can possibly have. I always get a little frantic around this time of year preparing for this event. It's a fun event. I love doing it, but it's also, I guess, in some ways a big responsibility. Like, when you get to a point where you're raising this amount of money, you do feel, I guess, responsible to, for one, put on an entertaining event, but then also do everything in your power to make sure that you can raise that money that you are aiming to raise. And there's so many moving parts. There's so many things that can go wrong that it definitely weighs on you a little bit. So once we get started and things are moving and things are going fine, I'll be good. But up until that point, for the next day and a half, my poor little brain is going to be like, but what about this? Did you check this? Or have you double checked this? Is there something that you could do in this area better? And I'll try and answer those questions mentally the best I can. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. By the time you get this vlog, unfortunately, Extra Life will have been over. I tried desperately to catch vlogs up beforehand, and it was too much. But just know that as of Thursday night, I'm in a good place, and I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what happens. I think we'll break 30,000. I think we will. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?